Welcome back to the channel, everybody, for my preview for the Derby and Oaks Trial Day. Very keen on a couple, and I think one jockey's going to win both feature races in the Derby and the Oaks Trial. But let's get into the preview because there's a lot of winners to be found, and what a weekend it is with having two metro meetings, Caulfield on Saturday, Flemington on Sunday. Going to be a cracker, and as well, next weekend, of course, we have two metro meetings, but they're a day apart, having the Moir on the Friday night and the Underwood on Sunday. It's going to be a great couple of weeks of racing to keep going on to into the spring. But let's get into this one, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope we find some winners. Race number 1 at Flemington is a benchmark 70 handicap over the 25-50 metres to start the day on Derby and Oaks Trial Day. And I'm with Port Phillip here. Very good over a staying trip and annihilated the field last start to win. Won its pass to Jamie Mott on 57.5 kilos. Perfect. Drawn wide. Don't see that as a worry. And it's the one horse I want to be with. Angelic 10 I've got for second. Ran second to Port Phillip last start. Good chance. Miss Countessa, Jamie Carr's mount for Phillip Stokes. Barrier 7, 56.5 kilos. I think it's over the odds of $15. And Outback Jack. Jamie Carr jumps off that horse to ride Miss Countessa, but I still think Jared Fry taking over is a good chance with Lindsay Smith to train. But race 1 at Flemington, I think, is going to be won by Port Phillip. Race number 2 at Flemington is the Fillies and Mares benchmark 70 handicap over the 1800 metres. And the one horse that you want to be on here is Groovy Kinda Love, because this is a one-horse race. I think that she's going to win and win comfortably. Yes, she's got to carry the big weight in 62.5 and does have the wide barrier and barrier 13. But Damien Lane's aboard and she drops a mile back in grade contesting this race from a benchmark 19. Prior to that, contesting the Sunline at Group 2 level. So she's very well in here. Got to carry the big weight, but gets a senior on. Loves Flemington, loves good ground, and is all right on soft ground as well. And does have a very good second up record. 4 starts for the 2 wins in 2 seconds. I can't see anything in this field beating it. So I think just put your money on and wait to collect, in my opinion. Pitchinan's the one I've got for second. Craig Williams for Denny O'Brien. Good chance with the 57.5. Hesitate and Parisian Dancer both over the odds, but I think Parisian Dancer wants it wetter than it is. But Groovy Kinda Love, $40 the win for mine. Race 2 Flemington. Race number 3 at Flemington is a 3-year-old benchmark 64 handicap over the 14-20 metres, and I'm with Born Hustler here for Jamie Carr. Now, it was on last start. It was a very good win where she led all the way. Beautiful barrier and barrier 6, 57.5 kilos for the 3-year-old filly here. $6 is a great price. I think take it because I can see this horse winning, and I just, it was a very good strong win last start and bolted it. Well, it didn't bolt in, but it led all the way and was very strong on the line. Might have got a bit tired, but was strong on the line, got the job done. But by no far doubt that the class in the race is Man in the Mirror, and I do think he's over the odds at $19. Mark Zara aboard for got to carry the huge weight in 62.5 kilos and does again have the wide barrier in 13, but he's just got so much class. You know, he ran second in the Victoria Sires against Let's Roll the Dice with James McDonald aboard, so he's got a very, very good chance in the race. Desert Star I was happy to take on at the price. Yes, it was a very impressive maiden win, but and it is the old guard again, Luke Nolan for Peter Moody, but just want to see it again. And Elkington Road was a good winner on debut, and $5.50 is a good price. But I'm with Born Hustler, 15 the win. Race 3 at Flemington in the hard race. Race number 4 at Flemington is the benchmark 70 handicap over the 14-20 metres again here. And I am with the favourite in Cardinal Gem. Look, she's got to carry the big weight, and he's got to carry the big weight, and is drawn wide, but he's the classiest animal in this field. Logue McNeil takes the claim, and with the weight, the stable had to put an apprentice on. They've got a good one here. And I think he'll simply be winning. But if Beretta gets into the field, look out for him because he will be flying late and can take this out. Luke Nolan aboard with 59.5 kilos. I do think it's dangerous. Thought-provoking for Jamie Carr. Can he go on from his second preparation and come back and win again? We'll see at $7. And Water in the Wine, I thought, was over the odds at $41 for the McAvoy team. But Cardinal Gem will be taking out race 4 Flemington, $35 a win if Beretta doesn't get in the field. But even if he does, she's still going to be a very, very good chance. So 35 to win, Cardinal Gem. Race number 5 at Flemington is the Canada Oaks Trial over the 1800 metres. Of course, the Oaks being run over the 2500 metres. But I'm pretty keen here on Uncorked. Waterhouse and Bott, they know how to train a good horse. I'm not saying he's a superstar, but I'm saying that at this time he can definitely win this race. Tim Clark aboard, 56 kilos. Consistent enough. He's broke his maiden last start. Now he lines up in this, but obviously intention to go to the Oaks. So I think Melbourne way first time. Barrier 6 is going to get every chance and he's got a good front-running rider on. They probably with that jockey booking have the intention to go forward. So Uncorked for mine in the Oaks trial. Let's be frank, baby. I thought was the biggest danger for Lockie King and Griffithson to cock. $5 is a good price. So Dazzling, I think it's the interesting runner here. Coming down from Sydney for John Sargent, and the stable finds Damien Oliver. You don't see him riding for the stable very often. Only had the one start for the 5th. Comes down and is now a favourite. So that's very interesting. And Rating is the one I thought was over the odds at $18. But with Uncorked in the Kennedy Oaks Trial, race 5 at Flemington. Race number 6 at Flemington is the Penfolds Victoria Derby Trial over the same distance as the Oaks Trial over the 1800 metres, and I'm with Major Beale, Gay Waterhouse, Adrian Bott, Tim Clark again. I'm very keen on this horse. Ran second last start at the Valley in what was a very strong run where you didn't want to be anywhere else but up on the speed, and considering that he was not, and the leader kicked away and won. It was a very good effort, and I think he can atone for that here. 1,500 up to the 1,800 metres, performed on soft ground. He's got a lot to like about him, and I'm not concerned about the wide gate at all. I think he'll run well from that wide gate. Mr. Maestro is the one that's going to be out of trouble. Probably going to be either leading or one off the lead for Damien Lade and Andrew Forsman. Good chance at 550. Fairy Spirit for Craig Williams and John Seller was a very impressive debut winner at Pakenham on the synthetic, winning by 3.75 lengths. Now comes to town for this race, and I think it's a good chance. And Armour Light at $31 I thought was the roughie in the race. But Major Beale in the Penfolds Victoria Derby Trial for me, 35 to win. Race number 7 at Flemington is a benchmark 78 handicap over the 1,600 metres. Well, 1,630, sorry to be precise. And I'm with Gunstock here. The Group 3 winner comes back from a Derby preparation for its 3rd campaign overall. Michael Price and Mick Kent Jr.'s horses are going very well, firing into the spring. Jamie Carr on 61 kilos, clear intent. 480, great price. I think this horse is the one to beat in the race, and I would take the price. I think he's going to shorten. Not worried about the barrier because, look, this horse is a good horse, and he comes back gelded, and he's a Group 3 winner already, so very keen to see how he goes. And none of this field would even get to a Group 3. Well, maybe Daytona Bay because she's on the way up, but pretty keen on Gunstock here. He's our Bonneville, completely penned the run last start, was too wide. Now draws a beautiful barrier, stays up in the weights, but does, with the claim, come down to 60 for Alana Kelly, so I think is the main danger to Gunstock. Daytona Bay was a very strong fighting win last start at Sandown, but does face a big rise up in grade. It's got to go from a benchmark 70 to a benchmark 90 here. Sorry, benchmark 78, sorry. And is a very good chance, and does get light in the weights with Tatum Bull's claim. It was a very fighting strong win last start. And Pale King, I think, is over the odds, but would want the track to improve for him to be any chance. But Gunstock for mine, $50 to win in the benchmark 78, race 7. And race number 8 at Flemington is a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1,100 metres, and I think that where a lot of good horses are here, but they're only first up or maybe second up, I think that Joyful Fortune, the $1.95 favourite, can take this out. Mark Noonan brings it down. Josh Parter ride. I think it's one of his only rides for the day. Wide barrier down the straight. That doesn't generally concern me. So, look, if you like him, I think it's a very, very good chance, and I'm very keen on him in the last race to end the day at Flemington. I got Vivia for seconds. Got to get into the field, but if it does, Jamie Carr on. The only one in this field with race experience down the straight, and I think is the main danger to Joyful Fortune if it gets into the field, but needs 3 scratchings to get in. Decent rain will be better over further, and Standoff has had some big wins at Flemington, but over further. But I thought was over the odds at $31. But all being said, race 8 Flemington will be won by Joyful Fortune, $25 the win to finish the day at Flemington. Thank you for watching the preview for Penfolds Victoria Derby Trial and Kennedy Oaks Derby Trial Day. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope I've found you some winners, and because I'm very keen on a few here, particularly Major Bill. But thank you for watching again, and I hope you enjoyed it.